Parents thought their Snow White baby was common, but then they learned the shocking truth. Meet Sarah and John, a vibrant young couple living in a quaint American town who had eagerly anticipated the arrival of their first child. The joy of Lily's birth was tinged with a sense of wonder and a dash of bewilderment at her unique appearance. From the moment Lily was placed in her mother's arms, her striking white hair became the center of attention. The hospital room buzzes with the soft coos and curious whispers of visiting family and friends, each person pausing to marvel at Lily's hair. "Have you ever seen a baby with hair like that?" they'd ask, their faces a mix of surprise and delight. But for Sarah and John, the astonishment slowly turns into a seed of worry. Why was their daughter born with hair so pale? Welcome back to PlotTwister. Before we unravel today's mystery, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you're always in the loop. As the days in the hospital pass, the couple watches nurses and doctors come and go, each casting a long glance at Lily, some touching her hair lightly, whispering about how they've never seen anything like it. It's clear that Lily is not just another newborn at the hospital. Dr. Emily, a seasoned pediatrician, notices the concerned looks on Sarah and John's faces. She reassures them with a warm smile, suggesting that Lily's hair might just be an unusual case of newborn hair that could darken as she grows. Yet the suggestion does little to ease their minds. Sarah and John find themselves scrolling through endless medical articles late into the night, their screen glowing in the dim light of their room, searching for any clue that might explain their daughter's condition. The small town around them buzzes with tales and superstitions about babies born with hair like moonlight, adding layers of folklore to their concerns. Despite the magical stories, Sarah and John's need for solid answers grows. Dr. Emily, picking up on their increasing anxiety, recommends a genetic consultation to delve deeper into the possible reasons behind Lily's distinctive trait. As Sarah and John prepare to leave the hospital, they know their journey to understanding Lily's mysterious beauty is just happening. With each step, the puzzle of Lily's white hair weaves them deeper into a narrative they never expected to be part of. Back home, the whispers and tales that had begun in the hospital now echo through the close-knit community of Sarah and John's small town. Neighbors stop by, each visit bringing a mix of congratulations and quiet curiosity. They come bearing gifts and old wives' tales about children born with unique traits like Lily's hair, each story more fantastical than the last. While these stories are told with a sense of wonder, they only serve to heighten the couple's underlying fears. Sarah finds herself caught between enjoying the folklore and feeling a knot of anxiety about the unknown. During coffee mornings, other mothers share their own birth stories, yet none seem to mirror her own. This feeling of uniqueness, while celebrated by others, feels isolating to her. Meanwhile, John keeps his concerns to himself, focusing on facts rather than stories. He spends nights researching medical databases and forums, looking for any scientific explanation that might match their daughter's appearance. His search uncovers terms like albinism and piebaldism, but nothing seems to quite fit Lily's condition. Seeing the toll their uncertainty is taking on them, Dr. Emily schedules a genetic consultation. She explains that understanding genetic markers can sometimes reveal more about such rare traits. The day of the appointment, Sarah and John drive to the city, their car ride filled with silent tension and unspoken hopes. At the geneticist's office, a new round of observations begins. The geneticist, Dr. Harris, is a kind man with a gentle demeanor who carefully examines Lily, taking notes of her otherwise robust health and cheerful demeanor. He suggests a series of tests to explore the genetic landscape that could explain the whiteness of her hair. As Sarah holds Lily, watching blood samples being carefully labeled and sent off for analysis, her heart hangs heavy with both hope and fear. The couple returns home to wait for results. Days turns into weeks and the waiting seems endless. Each phone call that isn't from Dr. Harris tightens the coil of suspense. In the meantime, they focus on the daily joys of parenting. Lily's first smiles, her gentle grip on their fingers, her eyes lighting up at the sound of familiar voices. These precious moments are bittersweet, overshadowed by the hanging question of her health. As the story of Lily's unique feature spreads further, it draws mixed reactions from afar, turning Lily into a small-town celebrity of sorts. But for Sarah and John, the public's fascination is just another layer of pressure, as they quietly yearn for answers that seem just out of reach. The climax of Sarah and John's journey begins with the awaited call from Dr. Harris, informing them that the initial genetic tests are in. His voice is neutral, but Sarah can detect a note of caution, setting her nerves on edge. They arrive to meet the following day, and the couple spends a restless night, their minds racing with possible scenarios. At the medical center, Dr. Harris greets them with a somber smile and leads them into his office, where large windows let in streams of sunlight, casting a serene glow over the otherwise tense atmosphere. He explains that the initial tests have shown some unusual genetic markers, which are intriguing but not definitive enough to prove clear answers. He suggests a more comprehensive panel of tests to understand better the complexities of Lily's condition. Over the next few weeks, Sarah and John find themselves plunged deeper into the world of genetic research. They visit specialists, each with their theories and explanations, adding layers of complexity to Lily's case. The couple navigates a labyrinth of medical terms and potential diagnosis, each more perplexing than the last. As they wait for the next round of results, the community's support becomes a double-edged sword. People's curiosity grows, bringing more attention to Lily, but with it, an overwhelming sense of being watched and judged. Their private ordeal becomes a public spectacle, making each trip outside their home a challenge. The results day arrives, and with it a palpable tension that fills Dr. Harris's office. He opens the envelope slowly, his eyes scanning the documents before looking up with a cautious optimism. The results are promising in that they rule out many serious genetic disorders, which brings a temporary sigh of relief to Sarah and John. However, the underlying cause of Lily's white hair remains a mystery. With each test that rules out a condition, the emotional roller coaster climbs higher. Relief is quickly followed by frustration, and hope is tinged with fear. Dr. Harris remains a steady presence, suggesting they consult with a genetic specialist renowned for her expertise in rare genetic conditions, Dr. Anderson. As they prepare for their consultation with Dr. Anderson, Sarah and John try to balance their deep-seated fears with the joys of everyday life with Lily, whose giggles and playfulness light up even their darkest moments. Their journey towards understanding Lily's condition is far from over, but each step forward is a step closer to answers. They hold on to each other, finding strength in their unity as they face the unknown together. Sarah and John's journey continues as they meet Dr. Anderson, a specialist with a calming presence and a reassuring smile that seems to lighten the heavy burden of uncertainty they've been carrying. In her office, walls lined with books and papers, Dr. Anderson reviews Lily's extensive medical files and listens intently to the parents' recount of their ordeal. Dr. Anderson suggests further specialized tests, explaining that while they may not provide immediate answers, they could crucially narrow down the possibilities. Sarah and John's consent, weary but hopeful, and Lily undergoes another series of gentle, non-invasive scans and genetic screenings. As they wait for these new results, Sarah and John find solace in the normalcy of daily life. They spend their days focusing on Lily, who is growing more vibrant and engaging. Her laughter fills their home, a stark contrast to the tense silence of waiting rooms and the clinical sterility of medical offices. Weeks later, Dr. Anderson calls them with news. The tension in Sarah's body as she answers the phone is palpable, but Dr. Anderson's voice is calm and carries a note of optimism. The tests have ruled out numerous serious conditions, significantly reducing the list of potential causes. While this news doesn't provide the final answer, it alleviates many of their worst fears, allowing them to breathe a little easier. Dr. Anderson schedules a follow-up appointment to discuss the results in detail. In her office, she explains that Lily's condition might be a rare form of a genetic variation that affects pigmentation, but is not associated with any health issues. This partial revelation brings a mix of relief and frustration. Relief that Lily is healthy, but frustration at the lingering unknowns. To provide a more definitive answer, Dr. Anderson contacts a colleague who has dealt with similar cases. This expert, based in another state, reviews Lily's case and provides his insights, which Dr. Anderson relays to Sarah and John during another meeting. He has seen similar cases and believes Lily may have a rare but benign condition that causes the lack of pigmentation in her hair. With each condition ruled out, the emotional weight lifts slightly off the couple's shoulders. They begin to accept that while Lily's hair may be unusual, it is just a part of her unique charm. As they walk out of Dr. Anderson's office, there's a new spring in their step. Grateful for the good health of their daughter, and slowly coming to terms with the mystery that might just remain slightly unsolved but benign. Their journey has taught them about resilience, the power of medical science, and the strength found in community and family support. In the calm expanse of Dr. Anderson's office, filled with the afternoon light, the final pieces of the puzzle begin to fall into place. Dr. Anderson, with a confident smile, hands Sarah and John a report. It confirms that Lily has poliosis, a rare condition characterized by a lack of pigmentation in patches of hair. She explains that poliosis is harmless, a simple genetic quirk without any implications on Lily's overall health or future. Sarah and John listen intently, relief washing over them as they finally receive the answer they have sought for so long. Dr. Anderson assures them that Lily can live a completely normal life. This condition won't hinder her. It merely adds to her unique beauty, a defining feature that makes her stand out. As they drive home, the world seems brighter, the burden of uncertainty lifted. They discuss how to share this news with their family and friends, planning a small gathering to celebrate not just the diagnosis but also the journey they've endured. The day of the celebration, their home is filled with laughter and warm conversations. Sarah and John share the story of their journey to discover Lily's condition, emphasizing the support they felt from everyone. The community, once buzzing with curiosity, now celebrates Lily's unique trait with genuine affection and joy. In a quiet moment, Sarah takes Lily into her arms and looks into her bright, curious eyes. She whispers words of love and acceptance, promising to always remind Lily of how special she is. John joins them, wrapping his arms around his family, his heart full of gratitude for the resilience and strength they've discovered together. As the party winds down, the family takes a group photo in their backyard. Lily, with her striking white hair gleaming in the sunlight, is at the center, surrounded by people who love and cherish her uniqueness. This image captures a moment of pure joy and acceptance, symbolizing the journey from uncertainty to understanding. What are your thoughts on the twist we uncovered today? Comment your ideas below. Make sure to like and subscribe for a daily dose of drama and mystery. See you later with another twist.